Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Find Out What's in Pelenta's Forest. I am Pelenta. This is my forest. Grab yourself a glass of water or a cup of tea and spend your next few minutes with me. And don't believe everything you hear, and check your facts. Do your own research. What that means is, don't believe everything that you hear me say. Don't you want to know what my butterflies are saying? Yes, you do. Don't you want to know what my butterflies are talking? This is Find Out What's in my forest. That's right. You know what? I have to practice doing stupid stuff like that. It is not easy. Man. Welcome, everybody. Here we go. You know what? I got some news to share with you. I got some news to share with you. Man, oh man. Crazy stuff happening. I have crazy things to share with you, and as promised, we will get to the glaciers and the gravity and the climate change and the global warming, excuse me, and all that good stuff. But we are going to start the show with, check this out. This story is crazy. And I know that there's a lot of skeptics out there and debunkers. So I would like for you to debunk this story. Figure it out. Explain to me what happened. Lightning kills 323 Norway reindeer. Now, does that sound crazy? Now, listen to this. More than 300 wild reindeer have been killed by lightning in central Norway. The Norwegian Environment Agency has released eerie images showing a jumble of reindeer carcasses scattered across a small area on the Hardangervidda mountain plateau. The agency says that 323 animals were killed, including 70 calves in the lightning storm. Now, agency spokesman Kjartan Knutsen told the Associated Press it is not uncommon for reindeer or other wildlife to be killed by lightning strikes. But this was an unusually deadly event. Now, first of all, this whole thing is weird and creepy. Now, I don't have the picture to show you, but this is from August 31st, of this year. It's article, Stockholm. But you can look it up. Just type in lightning kills Norway reindeer, 323, but I'm sure if you just type it in, it'll come up. But this is weird because he says that it's not uncommon for reindeer or other wildlife to be killed by lightning strikes. But, 323? So what actually is considered, look, here we go. What is considered a lightning strike? Is it lightning striking? Is it lightning striking and hitting something? What? Lightning struck one reindeer, and it's not always raining when there's lightning. So was there rain involved? Yes, I need to check my facts and do more research because I'm really into this, but I found the article and I wanted to share it with you. Okay? But was it raining when the lightning struck? Was it a situation where lightning struck one deer, but because it was wet, all the deer were standing there, so they all just got zap, zap, pow, zap. You know, you've seen the cartoon, so it's like, what actually happened? And then 70 calves too, you know, and then on top of that, it's not uncommon for reindeer or other wildlife. So basically what he's saying is it's not uncommon for animals to be killed during lightning strikes. I mean, that just sounds crazy. So in other words, if it's a storm and lightning may be on the way, you better not have your butt outside. I'm sorry, this is not a funny story, but because you might get zapped. But this is interesting. This sounds like a case for Linda Moulton Howe. You know, so moving right along, I saw something on the news the other day about, you know, they're still having all this transgender bathroom stuff going on with schools and everything. And there's also, I think, a woman that's transitioned to be a man, and she wanted to go and have, yes, that's right, a total hysterectomy at Mercy, and they refused to do it. So let me make myself a note, because I'm going to talk about that in the next episode, because that is very interesting. But I brought that up because here we go again with transgender bathroom issue. And this article says, schools ask High Court to decide transgender case. Now, this article is from the Sacramento Bee, Tuesday, August 30th, and you could go to thesacramentobee.com because that's generally where I do most of my reading, okay? So it says here, a Virginia school board urged the United States Supreme Court to weigh in on whether a transgender male must be allowed to use the boys' bathroom at his high school. Now, the Gloucester County School Board wants the justice to review a decision from the Fourth United States Circuit Court of Appeals, which said the board's policy barring 17-year-old Gavin Grimm from using the restroom that matches his gender identity. And it violates Title, I forgot my Roman numerals. I think it violates Title 11 of federal law that prohibits discrimination in schools. Now, the issue is whether the courts should defer to a U.S. Department of Education rule. You know, this, oh my goodness, here I go again. I'm just getting ready to step in it. These transgender cases are a real big issue. And it's a part of the way our world is changing. This is not something that we're going to be able to escape from. And I'm not saying that to make it sound like being transgender, LGBTQ, whatever, is like the big bad monster. I don't mean it that way. And I'm not going to be able to just walk on eggshells with what I'm trying to say, because now, you know, it's like every single dang thing you say, somebody has a problem with it. I don't care how kid glove you try to address an issue, somebody's going to get heated about it, you know? So with this transgender, quite frankly, I honestly don't really know what to say about it. I kind of care, and then again, I kind of don't care. Everybody's judging, and I don't know. I just feel that everybody should be accepted for who they are, you know? But then it goes into, well, if who I am is imposing on your life, your freedom, and disrupting your peace of mind, then what do we have here? Like I said, this is something that's just going to go on and on and on, and it's going to remain a heated discussion until things are more equal. That's just the way that is. So anyway, moving right along, here's some more interesting controversy, because, you know, we're going to have an election here in a few, I don't want to say a few short weeks, but the way time is going by, September is almost over. We're in the middle of September, for crying out loud. You know, we're going to be voting for a new president in less than 2 months. You know, and they're still talking about, the election fraud and the hacking. So here we go. FBI puts all states on alert for election hacking. So this article is from the Washington Mutual. It's in the Sacramento Bee, but But anyway, it says the FBI is investigating a series of suspected foreign hacks of state election computer systems and websites. And it has warned states to be on the alert for potential intrusions. I don't know. It's just, I think it's really a shame. It's a sad shame that the world is so, actually, it's not even the world. It's the people that run this world and the people that are in this world. It's really a shame that they're so corrupt and things can't just be done in an honest fashion. It's just ridiculous. Back in August, warnings were issued after 2 states suffered intrusions into their systems. And this comes amid heightened concerns over Russian hacks of Democratic Party organizations and possibly meddling in the presidential election. So that poses a really big question because the key word here is meddling and Russia. All right? So you have Russia and you have meddling. And then you have Donald Trump that compliments Vladimir Putin. And they seem to be, maybe not best friends, but they seem to be kind of cozy. So when you have that pop up, then I want to say, conspiracy, conspiracy. Donald Trump's going to win the election because Vladimir Putin is going to find some kind of way to fix it. Then they're going to be buds. And honey, let me tell you, America will never be the same. Okay? Now, let that resonate in your thought process for a minute. So moving right along, the FBI flash alert, which is not intended for general public release, listed IP addresses and other technical fingerprints associated with the hacks. Now, the FBI is requesting that states contact their Board of Elections and determine if any similar activity to their logs, both inbound or outbound, have been detected. And this was first reported to Yahoo News, but the warning did not name the states that were targeted. But in June, in Arizona, the Secretary of State's office shut down parts of its websites after the FBI found a potential threat to its state's voters registration system, according to the Arizona Republic. So this is very serious. They have got to get a handle on this nonsense before the election. And also in July, the Illinois voters registration system suffered an intrusion where hackers were able to retrieve a number of voter records. So see, if they're hacking and taking voters registration and things like that, then they can pretend to be you and vote other ways, and this is a mess. But anyway, according to a message from the Illinois State Board of Education, this is what's happening right now, at least in Illinois. But the intrusion led to the state election board to shut down the voters registration system for a whole week. Now this is a highly sophisticated attack. Oh, listen, look at this. It's a highly sophisticated attack, most likely from a foreign entity. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, the FBI has declined officially commenting, other than to say that they routinely advise everybody to check your equipment for cyber threats. But yeah, they got to get it. They got to get a handle on that. That is absolutely crazy. And as promised, study of glaciers, gravity, adding to warming evidence. So this is what I said we were going to talk about, because a lot of people don't believe in gravity or a round circular earth. So this article says here, a lot of people deny climate change. Not many, though, deny gravity, which is false, because I've spoken to people that do deny gravity. And they also deny that the earth is round. That's why a recent animation released by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, this came out in April, but people seem to be noticing it now because it's so striking. It also suggests the likely gravitational imprint of our changing climate on key features of the Earth in ways that are truly startling. Now, the animation uses measurements from NASA's squadron of GRACE satellites, and GRACE actually stands for Gravity, Recovery, and Climate Experiment. And this detects changes in mass below them as they fly over the Earth to calculate how the Earth has changed from April of 2002 through July of 2013 based on corresponding changes in the mass of the continents. Now, the resulting animation suggests that the oceans gained mass overall as seas rose. Now, albeit with seasonal variations that result from water moving from continent into the seas and back again. But in key areas where glaciers have been melting, coastal Alaska, West Antarctica, and above all, Greenland, it suggests something very different happened. Now, here, the animation finds that the ocean actually fell in some places by as much as 2 inches over this short decadal span. Now, you know what? 2 inches, that might not seem like a lot. But when you start adding that up over years and years and years and years, like I said, these things may not affect us right now, but it's going to be affecting our kids and our grandkids and their children. I mean, you have to think about that, because this is our race of people, you know. So you really have to consider what's happening with the planet and global warming and the climate change. And I mean, even if you don't believe in gravity or global warming or climate change, something is definitely happening. We're definitely going through some type of a change on this planet. The weather is different. You know, we could talk about HAARP. We could talk about weather wars, because those things are real and those things are actually happening. So, you know, you gotta look out for this stuff. And, you know, if you want to check this article out, it is Global Climate, Sacramento Bee. And the headline is Study Glaciers, Gravity as Warming Evidence. So I will put that down in the show topic section. So if you want to go and look that up and read it, it is a really cool article. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your comments and your support. It truly means a lot. You can go to my website, buy my book, Angels Passing Through, Pelenta R. Forrest. And let me see, what else do I have to share with you? Not much, just good vibes, positive love, hugs, and just love coming your way. Sorry, of course, I had to end the show doing something stupid. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I certainly appreciate it. And I will catch you next time on Find Out What's in Pelenta's Forest. Good day.